What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing something a little bit different, and there's going to be a couple of these vlog style videos. These are going to be my travel vlog. In this episode, we're going to be going to a haunted house. So to actually get there, there's actually a couple different paths, but the path that we're taking is the cool route, the route you're supposed to take. So you're going to have to go through this cave area, and then it opens up to basically just a area where you're going to see lots of tourists and a lot of different shops here, but this is the cool entrance. And what's cool, guys, in real time I can actually rotate the camera. You can see there's me over there. I've got my camera mounted to my backpack, but you guys can see it's very narrow here. And the cool thing is that I can do all of this in real time. I can zoom in and out and show you guys all of the different little areas that I want to maybe focus in on. So I'm using an Insta360 camera that has two different camera lenses. It is a pain actually to render, and what's better with this setup now is I can do this in real time and just zoom in on whatever I want to, and this is like one of the coolest features. So where are we located? If you watch anime, you may actually know kind of this location here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do really quick is kind of show you guys where this is located. So we are currently in Taiwan. So we're going to be going to a few different places in Asia, so this is going to be one of the destinations in this part. So this area is called Juifen. It's kind of to like the right over here, in the upper right, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact location, but basically it's a famous place, and we're going to be going to the haunted house over there. So let's go ahead and continue now that we kind of know where the location is at. So yeah, there's a bunch of different people here that are seeing some of the sites. Some of these areas, there's just heavy traffic. So instead of having just like the audio play from like the area, because sometimes there's copyrighted music that's lasting from like a shop or something. So we're gonna actually just I'm gonna switch to like non-copyrighted music over here for some vlogs. So this is an area where you can drink tea. A lot of these areas were just specifically like tea drinking areas, which to me it wasn't really like super exciting to sit down and drink tea. But they did have this haunted house, and I think this is going to be one of like the more attractive things that I can show off over here, because there's just a lot of like shopping and a lot of these areas in this area called Jiufen. But anyways, so here's the haunted house. Here's me getting my ticket. Some of the stuff is kind of memes. It's like literally like masks and stuff for Halloween, but there are actual cool things. Like hopefully I can pause and show you guys. So I'm paying for my ticket. No, okay, I know it says tickets $150. That's not $150 US. That translates to about $5 US. So if you want the reference, it's about $1 US dollar is about 30 new Taiwan dollars, just so you guys have a reference for what we are paying for. So this is the haunted house over here. And so you'll see a bunch of masks. These are like whatever, nothing too special or rare. I thought that these were actors here at first, but he was like, hey, can you take a picture of us? And I didn't know if it was part of like the gig. I thought maybe he was going to try to scare me or something, but I did take some pictures for them. It was just actually just a family. So shout out to the family over there. We're going to go and fast forward because they actually just wanted me to take pictures. And I was like, oh, can you just wear whatever you want on this little display rack, because they basically had free cosplay. Like you could dress up and take some pictures wearing some like famous costumes and stuff. But a lot of these things I've actually seen on like Ripley's Believe It or Not. It was actually one of the shows that I used to like watch a lot. But some of these things are more likely replicas. They're not like the original of like these super rare ancient artifacts that have some crazy history about like what had happened. Like this girl with like a very tiny head. There's a lot of these like artifacts that are probably like replicated, but some of these things are actually true, and I have actually seen these. So some of these like items, let me see if I can pause it where it doesn't look potato quality, but some of these items were actually used in rituals where they would actually carry these weapons and actually hit themselves in the back, and it was some sort of like ritual or some sort of celebration. I've seen these parades before. They are actually real, and basically they would just start bleeding in the back. I didn't understand the point of it, but there is some sort of, I don't know if it's necessarily religious, but there is cool stuff over here. Like check out this one over here. This is a turtle with two heads. I'm not sure if this is the original one. Some of these are birth defects too. Like you can see that there's like conjoined twin over there. That's the kind of stuff I was more interested in. I was thinking I might get spooked out at some point, so I was being kind of cautious, because even though I won't like get scared, still anyone getting jump scared, I feel like it's a cheap way to get scared. This might be from like a movie or something, but I wanted to check this out just because it was kind of like an attraction that had something, and I thought that was another person over there waiting. This is why I was like, hold on, I'm gonna go check over here, see if the guy moves at all. I think we're trying to maybe get another shot of some of the stuff, but This guy over here, I mean, he looks so devious. Look at him. He's just sitting there. Tell me that doesn't look like a person. Like, obviously, they're trying to make it look like a mannequin. I was like, is that guy real? He had kind of a deformed face, but like it was like a Halloween mask level of things. So there's a couple other pictures over here, and I thought that guy again was real. I had to like double check. So there's a couple other photo opportunities, like you can put your head in there, you can be Medusa. This thing was just your head in a jar next to a bunch of other jars. So some of the stuff I can translate, like I have a translator. I understand the language. They speak mostly Mandarin here. In Taiwan, they also speak Taiwanese. I understand both languages. However, in terms of reading, that's going to be a no-go. I have to use my translator if I want to read stuff. And because the way it's written, some of the stuff, I didn't even really bother because, again, it's like stylized. The translation thing won't really pick it up 100% of the time. So yeah, this was like pretty much most of the haunted house. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed, but it was like $5. It was like whatever. I was more so interested in seeing some of the other things in here because like it's gated off. You can't see it. This was, I don't know what the heck this was. It was like some sort of like beaver possum. Again, I can't check. I didn't check everything here, but there was a couple like animals with deformed. Like this is a snake, I think, with 2 heads. One of the cooler ones that was there. It was a baby pig inside. I don't know exactly what reference it was in terms of timing, but it was a baby pig, but it had an elephant's nose. I don't know if it was like, this wasn't like Photoshop because it was like a real thing, but it could be like plastic and they put it in a jar to make it look real. But this was kind of like basically most of the haunted house. I think this is pretty much it. I think I maybe showed off some of the other things. Again, some of these may be from movies. Some of these have like some sort of like history or legends. I mean, look at this. This guy's got a sword like through, and like these are apparently real. I haven't seen this, but I know in some like African areas they'll like gauge their mouth, which is pretty insane. But nonetheless, that's one of the first parts that I wanted to show you guys for this section over here. And there's a lot of these little areas where you can basically have these gachas, or it's either gachas where you get random items, or what you can do is you can play like the claw machines. These are super popular over here, like on every single street they have them. And I saw one that I had to get, so I put 100 in, which is the equivalent of $3, and that's basically what it costed me to get our lovely prize. Okay, I'm gonna kind of fast forward it, but like, look at this thing. It's just too weird. It was fried chicken and French fries over here. I was like, God, I gotta go ahead and get myself one. So I wanted the fried chicken one, and it probably cost them like 10 cents, but we eventually did get one. Here it is. As far as souvenirs and things that I've gotten, so far, I got fried chicken. We won it eventually. You're gonna watch me fail a bunch of times, but these are all based off of chance. And there is a counter that'll tell you, like, it'll cost X amount, and then on X amount, you'll eventually get, I'm gonna go skip this on, like I said, this is all the non-coverage music that we have here, but it'll tell you, like, on average, it'll cost you, let's say, like 200, which will be like $6, which, I mean, this thing is not worth $6. But it's like the novelty, it's like the fun of like, yeah, you want it. Another thing that I got was actually kind of cool. This I just like straight up bought. It was like $5. This is actually really cool. Actually, it was $2.50. So it'd be like $8. So what this is, it just says Taiwan Central Police Department SWAT team. It's like the actual patch. Some guy was just selling them at like an area, because we stayed next to like a military hotel, which was really cool. I'll show you guys a bunch of stuff. Some of the stuff won't be in chronological order. It's just because some of the stuff requires more detailed explanation. But this is one thing that I got so far that I really actually like, that I think is cool. Other things though, this is just me. Oh, this is actually at underground area that had an arcade, because I really want to focus more on like video game stuff, but I'm gonna, at least for the first part, show you guys a variety of things. For the travel vlog, maybe I'll show you guys some food and stuff, but basically this was an underground area where it had more of the claw machines. I was looking for newer like arcade games that we don't have in the States. Like I've seen like Initial D, I've seen like the Mario Kart games, the ones where you can like win, like, well, you have a card. This one, I think this one had tickets, and there's like prizes back over here. But yeah, this is why I love using this camera, because I can do this. Now, unfortunately, because the way that this editor program works, so this is supposed to be for you to actually frame your stuff, and then you mark it, and then you render it out. But the way I think this is way cooler is just recording this in real time, having live commentary here, where I can just go back and forth. This is, in my personal opinion, way cooler. I think this is just the night area. This is in an area called Ximending in Taipei. So one of the most popular areas as far as nightlife goes. This goes until like 10 p.m. and it's still pretty lit. And then a lot of places will close by 10 p.m. and some of the areas stay up a little bit later. But it's just kind of like the nightlife over here. Just lots of just shops, but it looks really nice at night. If you guys have been to any farmers markets before in your areas, think of it kind of like that. Basically, a lot of people will sell like food on the street. There we go, age restricted right there. But it's basically what that is a pancake in the shape of a pee-pee. And I'm sure it has some nice cream fills. But cool stuff over there, and basically just shopping, more of that kind of stuff. But other pictures I want to share with you guys real quick before I end off this part of the vlog. I actually have a very long pee-pee, and I'm sure it has some nice cream fills. A very long tripod that I'll be giving you guys some aerial shots and other things. I just want to give the first video of the vlog series that I plan to upload for the next couple weeks while we are here. I'll do a couple vlogs, and I want to show you guys a couple other pictures, but yeah, pretty much just like shopping. I didn't really consider it super exciting, but later, I believe today we're going to be going zip lining, so I'll probably get some cool footage with that. But I just want to show you guys kind of around. You'll probably see some of my family members, but I'm trying to keep them out because, well, they don't usually mind if they're in it, but I try not to show any family members as much as possible. And the reason why is because there's like weird people, right? That are just like, they want to find out where you at. But usually by the time, okay, for the weirdos, because I used to watch Ice Poseidon streams, and I want to hope my community's not that weird. They'll try to show up and cause a ruckus. But I used to watch like Ice Poseidon. People like to troll and like mess with them a lot. So that's the one part of being a streamer that you got to be kind of cautious with when you're an IRL streamer. I mean, I'm not streaming any of this because by the time you guys see it, I'm probably not even in the same area because I sent this to my editor. He edited it, making it look extra fancy and stuff, but adding some extra memes maybe. But nonetheless, yeah, this is kind of what the area looks like. But there was other couple things I wanted to show you guys, just extra pictures. So on the flight, there was actually PvP Uno, and you know I gotta make my boy named the Dark Magician, and you can actually join other people, and dude, we absolutely destroyed this. This poor other player had like, I don't know, 50 cards at that point. Another thing that was really cool, which it's just kind of a picture. I actually will show you guys this area. This area is pretty cool. It's a museum of a bunch of illusions. So basically there's going to be like a lot of photos and stuff that look really crazy. This one over here, can I put my face up that way over here? Let me see if I can, okay, so now you guys can see basically we're climbing the wall like Spider-Man. Just a couple cool illusions. This was just two memes. This was actually cotton candy. They were able to make some really cool stuff. But I just saw this face of, I don't know if it's supposed to be Doraemon or what, but that just looked hilarious. I want to share that with you guys. Check out my setup. This is my ghetto setup right now. Although my newer setup in this hotel, because I have to keep on moving to different hotels as I'm going to different areas. This is basically what my setup looks like. So if the audio and everything isn't as perfect as it normally is, well, that's because we are traveling and I have to like kind of make do with what we have in terms of like the Wi-Fi and stuff like that. But yeah, this is just more of the nightlife here. But if you guys have any suggestions for cool areas in Taiwan or Bali, those are the two areas that we're going to be mainly focusing on in terms of like this travel session over here. But that's going to go ahead and wrap up things for our first vlog. Let me know, guys, what you think of it, any suggestions, because this is my first time actually, I believe, uploading these vlogs. And I'll show you guys kind of maybe some cool stuff as I progress. But that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for our first vlog over in Asia. But anyways, thanks for tuning, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like on it. If you're new here and you want to see more of these, we're going to be uploading more of these. And there still will be more Diablo and Path of Exile, probably some more FPS gameplay soon. But I like how this is like an FPS, right? Like, so cool how I can just move this in real time. But anyways, catch you guys the next one. Have a good one. I am signing out.